My name's Miss Gillies and I'm lead practitioner for English across the Lydiate Learning Trust. My role in Project L has been to lead the project across the Trust. It's a literacy project aimed at raising literacy standards.
Okay, so I'm Mr. Martin, I'm Assistant Faculty Leader in English and I'm leading Project L at Chilwell Sports and Science Academy. And my role, I suppose, is to make sure that Project L is running smoothly and that the students and staff get as much engagement as they possibly can out of it and enjoy it as much as possible.
I think a good starting point is probably to explain what the L of Project L is. The first thing is that the L is for the Lydiate Learning Trust, because this is a trust-wide initiative. The second meaning of L is that we have a literary canon. So there is a collection of books that all students from years 7 to 10 will have read by the time they leave our schools. And the third meaning of L is for literacy, because one of the project aims is to raise literacy standards across the Trust.
My name is Mrs. Dahl. I'm the Assistant Director of Learning for English and I'm a form tutor for Year 9. The students are reading Trevor Noah, Born a Crime. Since we started reading in form, it has settled the students, it gives them a focus, it also gives them a commonality as a form. Everybody in that form is a full team. We all work together, we all have something to talk about together.
My form, I've got lots of different types of characters. One of the main benefits I've seen is that getting a child who doesn't want to read, going from reading one line in a book to standing up and reading, it's just building that confidence. That to me, it's not, you can't really measure that, but you can see the difference in their behaviour.
So we are reading a book called I Am Malala. It's about a Pashtun girl who lives in Mingora in Pakistan. She's put us in like her little world and put us in her shoes.
We're reading Blame My Brain by Nicola Morgan and it's about the brain of a teenager.
We're reading Born a Crime by Trevor Noah and it's about a man who was born under apartheid.
And it's about his mum being black and his dad being white.
The best thing about reading with my form is that it gives the children who are less confident a chance to read because those more confident are encouraging them.
There's so much that goes on inside of the world and you don't really understand until you read something. Like Malala, she was shot in the head because she just wanted to learn. We get to learn for free, we get to go to school every day.
It's like feeling something that you've never really felt before.
When we were reading today, I got to read out loud and I didn't know some words. Everyone else helped me and I felt so much more comfortable. You can really get into a book and learn a lot. Reading makes me feel so joyful.
Reading is at the heart of everything that we are trying to achieve for our students here at Days High School. It is their gateway into their futures in every single aspect of everything we do. Project L is a really unique opportunity for students to ignite that fire of reading a story together.
I think that when they're actually looking at the topics that are being discussed, particularly with the growth mindset, it gives them that inspiration in life and I think that's something as teachers we can't take for granted.
I think reading forms the foundation for all comprehension. The ability to read and engage with a story or a passage or anything such as that just allows them that opportunity to try and decipher things in a way that isn't so instant, such as a dialogue is with friends on the yard. And I think that's the real barrier that the children are facing, but this is actually part way removing.
We come across a lot of big words that a lot of us aren't used to. And as we go along, we have a bit of a laugh and a joke about it and we try and work out the enunciation so they're actually getting used to actually seeing the words, describing them. I think the more the students read, the better it's going to do to reinforce not just English but all subjects.
Children are not afraid of picking up a book that's slightly different that they mightn't have had to go off before.
We forget that reading as a community, reading as part of a group, is something very special and very powerful.
It makes them relax, it makes them laugh, it makes them cry, they learn empathy skills. It's a life skill to read.
I feel that that's what we are giving the opportunity to our students to really do this year through Project L.
What's your favourite book?
Oh, this is a tough question, especially for an English teacher. It's a really tough question.
My favourite book? Oh, that's a tricky one.
Do you want me to say my favourite book?
My favourite book is
I've got several, so I'm going to tell you them all. Sorry.
My favourite book will always be Harry Potter.
James and the Giant Peach.
You're making me choose between 7 Harry Potters. Which one's my favourite?
Favourite book when I was in school, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
I'm reading The Institution by Stephen King.
Throughout lockdown I read Little Women.
Definitely for me, The Great Gatsby.
I love Jane Eyre.
See, I can't say The Great Gatsby because Mrs. Beanie said it.
Oh, that's mine too.
Is it? How weird.
I've got a favourite series of books.
Let me just...
I like actually reading the Jack Reacher novels written by Lee Child.
My favourite book when I was at school was The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton.
Divergent. My favourite book, I think it's got to be Malala. I'm really, really enjoying it.
But ultimately, I'm a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory girl through and through.
Why is reading so important? Reading is important because there's a poem by Richard Peck and it's called Why I Read, and it says, I read because one life isn't enough, and on the pages of a book I can be anybody. And I absolutely love that. All of our students have got different lifestyles, have got different lives outside school, and some of them might want to escape what's going on in the world. You can do that on the pages of a book.
Reading is something that allows people, not even just students, to escape. It gives you information and knowledge that allows you to be better human beings.
Obviously, reading is a life skill. It's a skill that can be used in pretty much everything that you do.
When you read a speech or you read a presentation, it's all involved with like your social skills and your literacy skills.
The more the students read, the more fluent they will be at reading because they will start to recognise a wider range of vocabulary.
And it kind of highlights to you what reading does.
It gives us a chance to go somewhere we may have never been before. We get to meet different characters, different locations.
If you only talk about real life, you're going to run out of material really quickly. Reading is always my go-to activity. If I can help to promote it with students, to encourage more reluctant readers to pick up a book, if reading can do for them what it's done for me, then I will be super proud. That will be the biggest achievement of my career.
What reading means to me? Opportunity.